The biggest night in music is happening right here on CBS as the 67th annual Grammy Awards takes place this Sunday. And this year, the ceremony will have a renewed sense of purpose as it will honor the bravery of first responders who have risked their lives during the devastating California wildfires. The award show will also raise funds to support wildfire relief efforts. And to tell us more about music's big night is one of the executive producers of the Grammy Awards, Winston, with Fullwell 73 Productions. Ben, welcome. And this year, the Grammys are going to really have a special driving purpose. Tell us about the wildfire relief efforts.
Yeah, it's a very difficult time in Los Angeles. There's no doubt about it. And we had to consider very carefully whether to press on with the show. But we actually felt that to have all these superstars in one room in LA right now, we could do some real good, some real fundraising, some bring attention to the first responders, celebration of this city, which seems to be coming together more than I've ever seen it do in the 10 years that I've lived here. And I think it's going to be a really powerful night of television that not only celebrates the incredible year of music that we've had, but also does some real good for the city when it needs it most right now.
And Ben, this is your 5th time producing the Grammys. Tell us what goes into a production like this.
Oh, well, a lot of sleepless nights is the first thing I'd say that goes into this. Listen, you only get the nominations 2 months before the show. So I literally, it's 3.5 hours of live television that you can't actually even think about until sort of mid-November. And then, of course, you have Thanksgiving and New Year's and Christmas. So no one really wants to speak to you during those times. So it's a real tight thing. Listen, it's 19 live music performances. It's probably 30 performers. It's 10 awards. It is the in memoriam as well, which is always a big part of it and putting that together. And so you have 3,000 people running around backstage like headless chickens, from our producing team to choreographers and makeup artists and costumers. And somehow it's all squeezed out on that stage and comes across as quite a calm 3.5 hours of television. But actually, we are really stressed out backstage. We're just pretending not to show it. But it's a huge amount that goes into the show. And luckily, I work with the greatest team, I really do, that makes and delivers this show. But every year we try and deliver something really special for everybody. And this year we feel that responsibility more than ever.
And Ben, let's talk about the artists. Last week, the first round of performers were announced. Billie Eilish, Shakira, Sabrina Carpenter, just to name a few. I mean, who else can we expect to see grace the Grammy stage?
Yeah, this year we've got an incredible lineup. We've already announced Sabrina, of course, Chappell Roan, Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, who seems like a Grammys icon, but she's only like 23, but she seems just like, oh my God, like this legend who's been around for so long, one of the biggest stars in the world. We have so many more as well that for some reason we're not allowed to announce. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's because the artists are still hedging their bets and deciding if they're doing it or not. I don't think that's the case. But they like to be a surprise, a lot of these artists. So I think what I would say about our lineup this year, from younger, exciting new artists who burst onto the scene in 2024, all the way to icons and legends that you've grown up loving, they will be there on that stage, putting on a real phenomenal show for you.
And there's no Grammys without a gracious host, and Trevor Noah is back for a 5th consecutive year. He's also serving as producer for the award show. So what can we expect from the comedian?
I'm so lucky to get to work with Trevor. When I took over this show 5 years ago, I remember going to him and begging him to come and be the host if I was going to be the producer. And here, 5 years on, and we're still doing it. Yeah, he's just the most collaborative, wonderful person. And I think for this year more than any other, we are so lucky that we have him because he's both will get the emotional tone right of what's going on in Los Angeles right now, and he's so smart and intelligent, but he's also just incredibly funny. But like me and my co-producers Raj and Jesse, he's just a fan of music, and I think that comes through in everything he does. He's as excited at being in that room as anyone, and I think that enthusiasm really rubs off on the viewer too.
Well, Ben, we're really, really excited to see your show. Thank you so much for joining us. And you can watch the 67th Annual Grammy Awards live this Sunday at 8 p.m. right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.